Good morning. I wanted to talk to you about something because life is just too short. We simply need to find a way to practice being rather than doing. Find a path free of doership, so long as we are not involved in the second and third person practices. We fail to dissolve the dependent arising of our ego. That's why practices like Atma Vichara are difficult. But it's one of the only practices that give us liberation. So, Atma Vichara was popularized by Sri Ramana Maharshi. And if you're a Buddhist, it's kind of similar to like a Zen koan. And even my Tibetan teachers had questions. So this is self-inquiry practice, where you ask ourselves, who am I or what am I? In Zen, they might give you a question to meditate on. There is no answer, and intellectual answers can't be answered. It just brings you back to the state of stillness, silence, and spaciousness. In Zen, you might be given a question, what is Buddha? Or what is the one true thing? For instance, my Tibetan teachers wanted to test the level of my attainment. And after answering, they gave me something to work on. Where does the natural state come from? And where does it go? Things like that. What you're looking at is something called a Zhine. It stabilizes the awareness so you can attain calm abiding. The colors represent the elements in the 5 spirits. So you just gaze at it unblinkingly until water runs out of the eyes. And this will help you get to the natural state. However, self-inquiry you can do with your eyes closed, and you're going to ask yourself questions. So when Ramana Maharshi was asked about sadhana and tapas, which are our practice, he was asked, what is tapas? And he replied, if one watches from where the notice of I arises, the mind is absorbed in that. That is tapas. It's the place before the self or the ego arises. So there's 3 keys to this practice. One is start with your question, your self-inquiry. Who am I or what am I? When a thought arises, ask, who knows these thoughts? Or when the feeling of I is clear, ask, from where has I arisen? And that's the simplicity of the practice. You just sit in your meditation and work with that. Dissolve your ego. True self is not an object to be recognized by thought.